Hello, welcome back everybody to a Xbox stream for February the 18th. It is 2:39 in the afternoon. Listen to Mega 64 podcast. Going to continue doing some more. We're going to try to do some more of this Firewatch with commentary mode. This would be episode 8 of Firewatch, but episode 3 with the commentary stuff. Starting off on day 76 with the fishing pole. Well, that's not really what use it, but it says put away, but maybe if I don't put it away, maybe I can actually catch a fish next to the lake or whatever. But let me do this for now, because I need to look on the map. Okay, I wonder, yeah, I guess all these been changed. I guess 45 for 17, probably even 27 might be different. Oh no, I guess 27 would be new because we haven't gone that way yet. I don't think I've gone that way yet. And then of course all the other ones. Wait, did I do 16 or did I skip 16? I think I don't remember, so I need to go back and probably do 16 because I don't know if I did it or not, but I guess I can leave that for later because well, we need to go backwards in a way is to do eventually 15, 36, 37, 33, and 39 at some point anyways in this day of 76. So I don't understand why they don't change the numbers around to not make players like me confused with the numbers and how they don't change, but they do change the tape. Is this actually different? No, that looks the same. But the auto recording should be different though. Let's see. Well, let's make sure. In mid-game, mountain age. I don't know. Well,
Hi guys, it's Sean and Chris. So here on day 76, we're concluding a series of shorter days that internally we referred to as the montage. The goal was to figure out a way to let you play through the passage of time. The inspiration came from a few different places, and Sean, you can sort of correct or add as necessary.
I'm surprised.
One was just obviously the cinematic concept of a montage. We thought that's just a cool way to, convey long passage of time without spending a huge amount of the player's time relative to that. You referencing movies made me think of every sports montage ever, like every training montage, and then remembering that for like 3 weeks I was obsessed with this idea because we were trying to figure out ways to come up with new gating mechanics, and I was like, oh, there should just be like ledges and stuff that Henry isn't strong enough to pull himself up. And then inside of this montage, there should be like a part where Henry goes like underneath his tower, and there's this like a support pole that goes across it, and you can just do pull-ups, and you can do pull-ups 2 or 3 times during the montage, and then by the time we get to day 76, Henry just has the strength, the upper body strength to pull himself to higher, which would explain the new gating mechanic. So it was like sports montage to the max. We would have had to get like another 80s song in the game. Like a jock jam. Yeah. I would have killed for a jock jam in this game. I would have given up Etta James for a jock jam in this game. Just kidding. I absolutely would not. No. Anyway. Sports montages, as well as film montages, important influence here. Also, the game 30 Flights of Loving, I think. Yeah, that is a very short, like 10-minute experience. If you look it up, 30 Flights of Loving, by a guy named Brendan Chung, who's just a brilliant independent game developer. I did the music for that game, coincidentally. And that game is pretty much entirely told through a series of hard cuts out of chronological order. And when we sort of combined what we liked about that and thought would work in our game with the existing day structure that we talked about earlier, it just made sense as this sort of second act of the game. Something that I think is surprisingly rare in games. You don't see a lot of montage in video games. No, and I kind of know why.
It's technically actually
it's not even
really hard.
It is really hard, and we actually strayed from our original concept, which was much more of a montage with very quick shots. I mean, it's a stretch maybe actually to call it a montage because you play several minutes of game at a time.
There is a moment in here like where you can if you take all the food.
Oh yeah, if you do that, you'll get a bonus.
A very
track.
Small day, and I'm sure there's a tape on that.
There is.
That is montage-y in length, but it's a technical hurdle to make a montage.
It's hard. You have to load the entire world in and out.
Yeah, suddenly. So you made like being able to cut on a beat like a montage would sort of impossible because we're loading scenes and
but you don't give anybody enough time to.
You have to actually build quite a technological underpinning to do one, and I think that's.
You don't give anybody enough time to even listen to the fucking tape. I didn't know that fuck was gonna cut away super quick. I was gonna click on it, but I was like, oh, it was too late. Wasn't able to click on it. So it would have been nice to see what that tape would have said. And I don't feel like trying to go back far enough to see what it's gonna be about.
Hey, it's Chris again.
And it's James again.
This moment by the lake where you get punched out by the person who turns out to be Ned Goodwin is one of the few times in the game where we have a complete takeover cutscene like this, sort of fully animated.
It shoulders the burden for the whole second half of the game of the player feeling scared. Like when they get to the research site, a lot of people have talked to me about they were always worried that they were going to get punched again because it happens from behind, so they're constantly sort of like spinning the camera around. It's along with like the rope breaking on day one, it's probably like one of the biggest punchy action set pieces I got to animate. And it's also interesting that like most of the action happens off camera, so I'm sort of implying a bunch of stuff and then sort of handing it over to audio and being like, okay, you need to basically make most of this actually work.
Yeah, scoring this was almost like scoring a tiny little radio drama because there are the sort of creeping footsteps behind you and they're panning slightly from right to left as they approach, and then there's the big like Indiana Jones style fist punch sound, which was really fun. That was definitely the most outrageous sound I got to put in this game. And then the ringing, it was really fun. This moment changed a fair amount because it was so incredibly difficult to communicate to the player, oh, there's this exact little thing on the ground that you have to notice and pick up, and you have to do that for the game to progress. There was actually a version of this where you didn't technically need to pick up the radio, and it just led to way too much like design uncertainty and confusion.
Yeah, this was definitely one of those points where we had to be realistic about, is the game actually getting better for giving you the option to completely ignore every single part of the through line of the game? And in this case, we said, no, it's not actually.
Yeah, a lot of this game ended up being about finding a compromise between player expressivity and actually making sure some kind of coherent story got told. So this was quite a significant example of that in development. It took a long time to nail down, but I'm pretty happy with where it ended up.
I guess they do talk about things out of order. So, like, what's the point of the fishing pole? Like, hey, we made this fishing pole, and we did... Oh, for a second, I'm like, wow, much further in the water than normally, but nope, there's an invisible wall. Oop. Oh, never mind. Not very deep. Yeah, you can't even use that as a fishing pole. Like, what's the point of it? Like, hey, here's a fishing pole, but you can't actually bother actually try and catch fish with it, though. Since this time I know to look at this, let's look at this.
Out here.
Huh. Well, it could have been one of the Fish and Game folks. See if there's a name or a credential or something. I can call it in.
Let me see. Let me look at something. Is the thing already over here? No, I would have been past it by now. I think it's like right over here on the ground. So it's not here until you pick up the clipboard. Okay.
What the? It's... Holy shit.
What's going on? You didn't actually find a bear, did you?
Someone has written down what we said to each other, have been saying.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't talk to the other lookouts as much as I talk to you, not in the same way.
No way.
Wait, hold on. Something's out here.
Henry? I'm worried. You didn't find it.
I don't think that's a
Henry?
ridiculous sound.
Are you there?
Because how it's like, how
What happened, Henry?
how the game looks, it fits pretty well
I
for
got
the
hit in the
noise.
head. Punched or something by someone.
Are you serious? What the hell is going on out there?
I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Let me get this straight. You found a clipboard with, what, transcripts of our conversations? What else is on it?
I don't know. It's gone, along with the radio of theirs. Somebody out here could have just killed me, Delilah.
What the fuck is going on?
What's Wapiti Station?
I don't know.
I saw the name Wapiti Station right before I was cold cocked. Does Wapiti Station mean anything to you?
Wapiti Meadow. Maybe it's Wapiti Meadow. It's on our maps. It's not too far from where you are right now. It's where you saw that damn fence. It's north of the lake. It looks like there should be a trail somewhere on the north shore of Jonesy Lake.
I'll start hiking that way now. God damn it, my head.
Are you sure you saw what you saw, Henry? Maybe you pissed off some more campers and they came back to sucker punch you. This just seems like a misunderstanding or something. Are you sure you were actually attacked?
Why would I make this up? It's an insane lie at worst, and a shitty prank at best.
And you've been feeling okay?
I feel fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I believe you, but that conversation was from 2 weeks ago.
I know they were. So what's to say that they don't have transcripts from 3, 4, or 5 weeks ago?
Our entire relationship, friendship, our whole summer.
Someone is out here with a walkie-talkie taking notes and talking to God knows who.
It gonna make no sense why you even taking notes. It makes no sense to me.
We should just get the hell out of here.
Oh, it's a 2-day
They didn't
hike.
even have time
You're
to click
welcome to
on
do
that
it,
one.
but you're gonna catch hell from the service and have to explain yourself. Plus, there's a fire burning across Rose Creek. You hiked through there on the way in.
Call someone and tell them to come get me.
I am not going to book a $15,000 helicopter ride for you. I'm not doing
Oh
it.
my god.
Okay,
Why is it so
we
expensive?
can't freak out. There's got to be a reasonable explanation for all of this.
You're right. I'll head to Wapiti Meadow, but I swear, if this gets worse, you better
Oh
get on
yeah,
the
I
horn
don't
and
think I
get us
ever
out of
got
here.
that tree
I'll call
down.
around and see if anything weird is happening to anyone else, okay?
Is that where
Sounds good.
the
Yeah, okay. Hike safe.
where the thing's at? Maybe that's what maybe that's where the little area thing over there. Because I don't know what else could be over there. Because I don't think I ever went that way. I'm pretty sure I completely forgot about that tree. I forgot about that tree.
Okay, I'm at the fence. I don't see anyone around, but I'm not sure I can get past it.
How big is it?
Big. It goes off in both directions. Acres.
Oh, it's a normal-sized
What
fence.
the fuck is going on out here?
Whatever it is, someone doesn't want anyone to know about it.
Sometimes biologists will cordon off a little area to study flora or whatever, but that's only a few square feet usually.
That's not what this is.
We'll see what you can do to get past it.
Looks like goddamn Area 51.
Maybe they've got aliens. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm trying
So
to
here we are
like,
at the gate
better
of
part of the
what
game where
Henry
they, like,
only knows
take
is
control of
Wapiti
you to look
Meadow.
at, make
Soon
you
to
look
be
at
known as
something.
Wapiti Station.
Dun dun dun. So we can even talk about how you actually technically don't have to come here on this day at all, but presuming you haven't done anything strange, you now have to attempt to break in to this weird fence that's just seemingly out of nowhere in the middle of the woods.
And realizing that the story needed that, we then were in a pickle where we went, well, we've never made you do anything like that before. Like, go and do an adventure game thing. Like, use an object with an object. And so we kind of put ourselves in a position via the story, and I think this is what I would classify as, like, not great game design, folks.
Correct.
Where I, for lack of, I mean, I'll take full credit, I guess, had pushed us into a place with the story where you needed to try to get into this place to justify going somewhere else less important to find a way to get in later. Because when you're telling a story, like, and then you have to kind of create a diversion, you don't want to be like, the most important thing you want is behind this gate, but you need to go elsewhere to get behind it. It's like the biggest, like, bugaboo of adventure game design, but we had written ourselves right into it, and the story was now like, or the game design was now subservient to the story, which is really bad if you're a game designer or an aspiring game designer.
Not the best place to be.
Not great. So Nels and Will and James set about piecing together the concept of being able to pick up things and then contextually change the action you could do with those things. And in terms of look and feel, I think you guys did a great job of being able to pick up the rocks that are to the left of the gate. There is, you probably don't know this player because it's very difficult to see, but there is a stick to the right of the gate.
And there's another one off to the left. Once you try to get in some fashion, the game is agnostic about which. Then you can say, like, hey, Delilah, I don't think I can get in here. And of course, in, like, you know, classic Firewatch fashion, there's a bunch of very subtle, like, micro branches where if you actually try to break in with all three of the things, Henry's like, I tried to smash it and break it, I can't do it. So there's, like, a little bit of reactivity there that's cool, but also me and James and Will basically had to go through, like, a baton death march to get this to work, just because nothing else in the game at all works this way. With, like, because the objects, they're in your hand, but then as you use them on the gate, then they're destroyed, but they have to go somewhere, and it has to sync up with a special. It's just any one element that is complicated to do in the game to make look nice, and it has, like, all 10 of them.
And it's not built on any sort of, like, reusable system, because we didn't imagine we were making a game where you would use thing on a thing, like you do in, like, Monkey Island or whatever. But we walked ourselves right to that, unfortunately. But I think you guys did a valiant job, and I really love the way it actually feels to do it. I am just glad I wasn't the gameplay programmer on it. I'm very happy about that.
Lucky you.
And the gate is locked up, obviously.
Obviously.
I'll see if I can break in somehow.
All right. Be careful.
I'm not sure about you, but it looked like the icon, the little circle changed when I did it very quick. Like it was something to grab, but now I don't see it. I imagine you do that enough times, you can break it over days of doing it, probably. I feel like that's a stick, but I guess that's just a shadow of a stick. I really don't think they, not as on the fence, but see no sticks. I guess they took it out of the game, I guess, because I really don't know where, like, they said close by, so, like, close by should be, you know, close by, I guess. Because it might look slightly different than everything else.
Look, I'm not gonna be able to get into this place.
Shit.
I don't know how long I can dick around out here until someone notices.
God, if you were an actual firefighter, you'd have that gate down in 2 shakes. Hey, actually, those guys doing the controlled burn, they might be able to help.
Where are they?
Beyond Ruby River, there's a scout camp. They burned a line a few days ago that should let you hike right to them.
Well, that's great.
If they haven't left, they're probably the type of guys who would help you get through that fence.
I'm so confused who left the axe behind. Why would they leave the axe behind if they don't know I'm coming? But maybe they do know. I guess you just try to call them, I guess, but it wasn't like I don't think they have this thing. Yeah, I don't think they must have got rid of it at some point. They probably updated it and got rid of it because no one was doing the commentary stuff. They're like, oh fuck, let's just get rid of the sticks. So maybe they never added the sticks in the first place. I don't think they actually added the sticks. So I feel like I would be able to see it really fucking easy with my light on. So I think they just got rid of it at some point. That would have been an interesting audio log to listen to if I'm saying that. Oop. Oop. So move your hands. It's nice, I gotta go back. Try to listen to 7, because I don't remember I listened to 7 again. Then I gotta do 16, because I don't have the data. Then I gotta go to 18. 7, 16, 18. Even this stick is over here somewhere. It's like, how the fuck are you someone supposed to find that fucking stick? Like, I know about a stick, 2 sticks, but I can't even fucking find it. I can't imagine someone who doesn't know about it finding it and was able to do it. I don't think those sticks existed. Not if I had to, if I picked up the wrong rocks first. Maybe I picked up the wrong rock. And I was supposed to pick up the 2 rocks that was stacked on each other and then use the 3rd rock and then those other 2 things will spawn, I guess. I was really confused about that though. Like, who did that? Someone must have did that. So I'm gonna pick up one of those rocks and see if I can toss it at those rocks to make them fall down or something. I feel like that's the only part in the game where there's like 2 more other rocks that's like that. Oop. Did they wait, did they actually break? Oh no, I guess maybe they just disappear after I leave. Yeah, I guess they just disappear after I call it in. It's like, oh, I can break it. Well, that sucks. I don't remember that happening. Okay, so I can't even throw the rock at the other rock to see if it'll actually fall down or not. God damn it. God damn it. I guess that's what happens when you call it in. You call it in and everything disappears. So if there was 2 sticks, I guess when I call it in, it's like, nope, I can't do it. I just did the normal line of code to play instead of the other secret code that may or may not be in the game. Oh, I gotta go again. First the way I came from. Okay. I wish I talked about this fucking fishing pole and why they added it in and you can't actually use it. It's kind of annoying. Especially for the person who made the fishing pole and didn't realize, oh, and actually bother using the fishing pole. It's like, oh shit, that took a whole week. To add that into the game and add a model and stuff. But then don't even bother using it. God damn it. I'm getting kind of hungry though. I didn't think I'd be getting hungry so quickly. I thought I'd be able to play for hopefully an hour and a half to 2 hours before I get hungry, but I'm getting pretty hungry right now.
I'm wandering around east of the lake. Which way is Ruby River?
It's in the southeast corner of your map. The scout camp where the firefighters were staged should be on your map. It looks like a little triangle with a flat bottom.
Yeah, it looks like a tent.
How did I never see that before?
What was that? It looked like something popped up. Was it just a radio thing popping up? I was running and it looked like something like popped up on the ground, like I was able to pick something up. That was weird. Oh, maybe it was that. Yeah, it might have been the rope.
Hey,
Could
I
have been,
called
but
around. Things seem normal with everyone
down low.
else.
Should we call the cops or the Forest Service and let them know this is going on?
Don't you think that would sound, crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy. We have to tell someone.
Tell them what, Henry? Tell them we're being stalked and you were attacked and we don't have any proof?
I don't know, tell them we're being bothered or something.
Henry, I really like this job, okay? And if I give off even a hint of cuckoo to my bosses, they are never gonna let me come back out here. Do you understand that?
All right, I'm headed toward the camp anyway.
Okay. Keep your radio close to you.
Oh, I guess I can't ask her about my radio or tell her about my radio now. Oopsie, it's probably not good, so it's down there. That one? I think I did that one yesterday. Yeah, that was one for me. I thought that was like higher up, but I guess we don't need to worry about 7, I guess. I'm just going to say and guess and say I did 7 already because I don't want to go back down there again. Where's my fishing pole at? Oh, there it is. I think that happened in the first playthrough. I forgot. No, I don't know. It's something like that when I was like, I need to do something that took too long to respawn back to her and eventually, like,
I'm back up at the top of the shale slide near Two
disappeared.
Forks.
Good.
What's the best route?
Well, it's not far from that medicine wheel. Hike east-southeast of there and look for the controlled burn. And good luck keeping ashes off your pants.
That he never ever talks about later on about the ashes.
I know we don't know what's going on yet, but I don't have a good feeling. I don't like feeling vulnerable. It's not like you can just call the police. I was thinking about the Goodwins. It just struck me that if anything weird like this happened to them, happened to Brian, just how scared he would have been.
Scared of falling down that cliff.
I'm sure he's fine, Delilah. I mean, don't you think if this started happening to them, he or his dad would have said something?
I don't know, Ned was a weird guy.
No, nobody is that weird. The moment you hear someone in the bushes or get punched from the shadows, you're getting your boss on the phone.
Yeah,
Brian is fine.
I hope so.
It was 3 years ago. He's in high school now. He's on summer break.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Summer break in hell. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I need to find something to eat. And if I was like, I might have to go poop too, so that's not good. That's not good. So I pause my podcast on the tablet. Come on. Does it work? No, it's very slow. Let me just pause that, I guess. I could let the music play, because I imagine it's probably, I haven't had any problems with any other playlist, well, except the one that had a couple being played at the end of the game, but I'll be right back. I guess I'll leave my desk. I'm trying to find something to eat. I think there should be a little bit of food left anyways, and then I'll be right back. Eat that food, and then depends how it feels, probably if I go to the bathroom or not, so it'll be all of them. Until it eventually stops playing, I guess. So I'll be right back.
Hi, it's Jake.
And it's Jane.
We are at the medicine wheel, which was a thing that I put into the game when I was first grayboxing it and learning how to make anything in a game like this.
That wasn't really early, I think. Basically, we put in a tower, and then very soon afterwards, that was the medicine wheel.
Yeah, it was just like, I think it was a thing Sean and I thought would be cool to have in the game. I did not know how to make a medicine wheel, so, or rather, I didn't know how to make a video game, I guess. So I made it the way a real medicine wheel is made, which is out of a ton of tiny, tiny rocks, which meant that whenever anyone in the office turned their camera towards where the medicine wheel was,
From the tower.
From the tower, the frame rate died. And then you went in and fixed it, which is great. And by replacing it with like a real game thing that a real.
And also, it actually streams out really fast now.
Yeah, it's like the
Anyway.
most efficient medicine wheel ever
it's
put in a game.
And it's a fantastic landmark, actually, because you know, there's like nothing else like it in the game. I was like, oh, the medicine wheel, like you instantly know where you are.
Yep. When doing work on Firewatch's environment art and skies and all these other things, what do you keep in mind when you think about like a player has walked through here before? How do I keep it fresh when they come back through?
So we want to make sure that it looks different from, from different directions, and also the lighting and the feel of the whole area has got to be different, so it seems like a totally new area.
Yeah, it was surprising to me how much, even if you're walking like just north to south through an area, if you go through it once and then if you go through it the next day, or a later part in the game and you and Ollie have just swung the sun 180 degrees, so all the shadows are going the other way, it can feel completely fresh. Or the obvious trick is make them go through it the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But
But both things together really make a whole space feel like a totally new space.
yeah, that was a thing that I think you and Ollie and I collectively tried really hard to do, is like keep the player walking in as many different directions at as many different times of day as we could, because we knew that the world was fixed. It's not.
Yeah, like we want to reuse areas, but also we don't want to feel like we're making people backtrack, right?
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3. That sounds horrible. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I was eating some food and then I had to go poop. At least I thought I had to go poop, but turns out then I had to go poop. At least not yet. So I'm finally back. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to go some kind of pause mode when the battery turns off, but it never did that, so that was kind of interesting. Because most games have some kind of thing that pops up saying, hey, your controller shut off or got disconnected or something like that. But this game surprisingly didn't do that. Okay, so I don't know which way I came from, so let's just run this way.
Okay, boss lady said we'll put that in tomorrow morning.
Oh, cause I was gonna tell you I just leave in here then. Okay, so okay, so this is not the right way to go. Let's go this way. Look at my finishing pole. What is that? This is the other way. Yeah, that's the other way. I don't know why I'm still holding this fishing pole. I guess I can try to go to my cabin and see if I can like leave it in the cabin, I guess. If there's like a place I can like put it in the cabin, because I don't remember ever seeing this fishing pole before. This doesn't look familiar. What the hell was that? Oh, okay, so I am going the right way. Probably not that way. Yeah, so they're trying to tell me like, oh, we gotta put it here tonight or right now, we can't do it later. I'm like, I would just rather give you guys some more Xbox streams before we're needed to leave tomorrow. Apparently we gotta leave at like 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, that makes no sense. Why so goddamn fucking early? If I can't get to the hotel till like 3 in the afternoon, so like, what the fuck am I gonna do for 6 hours? So okay, if I can just go this way instead. Fuck it. So I'm like, fuck that. I just fucking rather play my Xbox again later tonight instead of like, you know, what I have been doing is actually play it at night because I'm awake all morning anyway. So I'm like, fuck it, I just don't bother falling asleep then. Because I know I won't be able to finish it right now. I don't think I want to finish it right now. I'll probably do it next time. Or hopefully I can do it next time just to be done with this game and don't need to worry about it later on and stuff like that. Can I put this anywhere? Can I put this over here? No, there's no place for it. Well, I guess there's no place for it.
Whoa, the June fire isn't going anywhere, huh?
No, that's why those guys came out to burn that line. It's at the stage where all we can do is pay attention to it.
Because I can't put it
They're
anywhere.
not gonna try to put it out?
Not yet, apparently.
I don't want to put that over here. I guess I just put it right here, I guess. That works. Okay, give her the picture of my wife. Okay, let's keep going. itself. Okay, so where the fuck do you go? Oh, straight down. Which straight down? Is this straight down? I think so. No, it's not straight down. I'm gonna go this way because I think this is where the, or was it the other way? Was wait. I'm trying to see if I go back to the start of the game area and see if that thing's broken. I imagine it's still broken because it's not showing up. So I wonder where it is supposed to show up. I guess it's supposed to show up later on. I was getting confused with, like, they talk about how there you can see a live deer and then later on a dead deer, and a lot of people miss. And I've had to say that's kind of strange. They have one live deer, you can see one dead one. They talk about bears. They talk about bears in the game, but you never see bears. And I think it's kind of strange since it's supposed to be a park or a whatever, you know, it's supposed to be called park. Or Yellowstone forest type place, and like there's no bears, but they have a part where you can optional see a
whoa, Delilah, the
dead,
trail I
dead
hiked in on,
deer and a live deer, but there's no place
it's
for
gone.
What is
bear.
this, the Twilight Zone?
It's starting to feel like it.
Well, look, don't freak. Okay, this happens. At the end of the summer, we just fly you out. Or, you know, if there's an emergency.
I'm sensing an emergency.
I can't call and ask for a $15,000 helicopter ride because there might be someone out here harassing us.
Why is
Well,
it
let
so
me know when
expensive
you
though?
can,
If they
okay?
don't own the helicopter, I feel like they should own the helicopter. What did I say? Number 13. Is 13 on the map? They walk away from it. Now, for some reason 13 is not on the map. I don't know why 13 is not on the map. It's gotta be on the map at some point. It's gotta be on the map at some point, I imagine. So I guess apparently my mom was, said, no, we're gonna do it tomorrow then. Because like, I was confined if I could do it like, just play it now, take a break for a few hours, come back, you know, later tonight, play some more, like for an hour and a half or so, before I can try to beat it, and then, you know, unplug it and put it in a box. Cause I don't know why we had to leave so fucking early, it makes no sense. Oh, we gotta leave that fucking 8 in the morning, that's stupid. And do what? Stay in a car for whatever many hours. Stay in the hotel reception desk. What? Control burns.
Hi, it's Jane again. So Nels, what is a controlled burn?
A controlled burn is actually a technique that real wildland firefighters use. They actually have these amazing things called drip cans, which are basically like Tin Man oil can, except they're just full of like extremely flammable fluid and they're always on fire.
What?
So yeah, it's awesome. So basically firefighters will dig a bunch of like fire breaks and then use these drip cans to light a bunch of small controlled fires to burn out all the flammable materials in an area that that a big like proper uncontrolled wildfire is approaching, so that when the fire, due to the wind or whatever, gets to that area is already burned, so the fire can't keep spreading kind of past where that burn was. So in the case in the game right here, the idea is that the firefighter crew burned out all the fuel right next to the river so that the fire couldn't be blown basically across the river. That the hope is between the controlled burn and the river itself, the fire wouldn't actually spread all the way up to Two Forks and beyond. As you will discover later in the game, they did not succeed at that. As is often the case in the real world, fires are nothing if not unpredictable.
In terms of technically how we achieve this, basically we have a pre-burn sector that is all lush and beautiful, full of trees that you cannot push through, so it works great as a gate. And after the controlled burn in the story, we swap the whole area, this whole piece, including the ground and all the trees in it, with a new piece of artwork, basically, to the post-burn sector, which lets the player walk right through.
It's interesting that like there's kind of this baseline of the world, and then there are these almost just two chunks just sitting right on top of it.
The world is kind of made of tiles in a way, so like we have the option to swap different tiles in and out, and this is a great place to use that technology.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
On the books.
I found where they did the controlled burn. I can hike right through here now.
Yeah, normally they wouldn't do that so close to a body of water, but I think they're extra worried about a fire jumping the river and burning up to Two Forks, now that there's someone in it.
Well, I'm extra appreciative of that.
Let's see. The scout camp is southeast of the river. There should be a pond on the way.
Got it. What happens if a controlled burn gets out of control?
Someone gets fired.
Oof.
Ugh, are you serious?
Oh, come on. That one was an honest accident. I'm not even in the mood for wordplay. That's how wound up all this shit has me.
This way? Surprisingly, yes, it is this way. Yeah, because I was completely fine. Like, I was like, fuck it, I just leave it inside that fucking house. Then. I don't care. He isn't fucking very used. Oh. Okay. He's wearing pants. I don't think he's wearing pants. The sensor bar, right? Okay, he's wearing pants. Oh, I guess he's the girls. So I guess that's what they would look like if he was able to get close enough, I guess.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, Jane. In this garden surrounded by scary mannequins seems like a great place to talk about how you figure out perspective and scale when making a level.
Like, what is that? Like, what's
So,
up with this weird fucking
you know,
thing?
when you start making a game, one of the first things you need to do is to have scale reference. So what we did was just to download a bunch of free scale models, actually.
Yep, just some royalty-free, T-posed
Yes.
nude men and women.
I think like the man is
Those
just
are
like the
giant
default
breasts.
ZBrush
Like,
man.
Before you put in the
pretty big, I
trees and
guess.
before you put in the grass and before you put in the rocks, when all you have is terrain, it can look like it's like a 6-foot wide hallway or it's like a quarter-mile wide and
Right.
you can't even tell in first person. But then once, boop, there's just a little nude man out there.
Yeah.
You really know.
Yeah, how tall is this tree? Oh my gosh, this is actually, it's a really tall tree.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks tiny.
They put
before
some
you put
into
the
these
scale down.
guys.
So there's also, you'll notice there's a collection of different scale men out here. When we first dropped our scale our scale people in,
Yes.
they came in with some default material that was like this
It's-
glistening
yeah.
onyx stone.
I think the default Unity material back then was just some very glossy black.
Yeah, so we had these like
Check out the
just
butt. You gotta check out the woman's butt. We gotta check
just
out the guy's butt too.
rippling,
Unfair.
glistening stone statues, including parts.
Full anatomy.
There were some parts that were very good at catching the light, and I think when Nels was
The
grayboxing,
bikini parts.
yeah, Nels was like, I gotta get in real close on some parts of this level, and I just don't know about this. So then the next day when we got latest,
It's very distracting when the gloss material is.
it's debatable
you know.
though if that's more or less distracting than the jean shorts that were slapped on. It feels to me, Jane, like in early dev, as you got bored, you just kept like festooning the scale man with more stuff.
I think there was one of those times
Something
when I
like
was like, is
two
it
of them.
worth spending
But then
15
the
minutes
T-pose is the
to
girl
make myself
version.
happy?
Yes.
And I was like, yes,
And then
it's
like
worth
maybe
15 minutes
maybe
to
some
put
more time
Jorts
to
on this.
add some love handles, and
Oh, yes.
then like some heart-shaped chest hair. Who's to say? Who's
You
to
know,
say?
15 minutes turned into 30 minutes of fun, and
Oh,
now,
this is
you know.
Henry.
Oh man, by the end
It
of the
was a-
production,
it was
the
a-
Greybox
It's
thing
so
was
worth
really fun. Or like you'd know that there was someone was in there working, because you would just see all these like love-handled jorts, Henry chest hair dudes floating all over the place.
I think my favorite parts is also when you've done level designing
be a
a
black version
space.
of
Sometimes you've
Henry?
lifted the terrain without lifting the scaleman. So sometimes once in a while I'm like, why is this area kind of not performing great? And I look under the earth and there's like 4
There's just
buried
floating
scalemen
never
underneath.
nudes.
And I'm like,
fine.
oh, thanks, Jake. Delete.
It's fine. Yeah,
Those are my favorite little Jake surprises.
it's good. Or like you'll see one off in the sky. Like in
Come
this
here with
case,
the
there's a couple deliberately way out in the distance, because I wanted people to look at how forced perspective works also. So you know, zoom in on some jorts, guys. Be happy.
Oh, actually, another note about the scale lady here. She's actually the same model that we use for the teens in the lake.
Oh, that's true.
We just added a ponytail, really.
And sparklers.
And like a black shadow around the model. Okay, that was interesting. So they they're using public domain models. I tried to look that up and see that actually like is from some. It kind of looked like the model from the robot models from Alien Isolation, I think it is called. I'm so confused about the ski though. There's like one ski. You never see the other second ski, so it would be nice if they had more random. Oh, here's a bunch of models that we was going to put in a game, but then decided not to put in a game in the last second. It would have been kind of nice too, like, oh, here's a bunch of stuff. You know? That would have been kind of cool too. That was interesting. Wait, what if I shut the camera? Well, I'm not sure if you can actually beat it. With if you actually finish the game in whatever mode. You're like, hey, we added a chair because this was a chair we wanted to model in, but then we decided to model it in and stuff. Why not just see what happened at the end of the game if there is credits, special credit that's played at the end or something kind of cool. Okay, I know I wasn't that. It's only been 6 years. Well, it's only been 88 minutes now, so I can keep playing for quite a while. I guess I'm too far away from it now. I can see the ones up there. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, whoa! I jumped a little bit. Like, whoa! I don't remember this. And I kind of forgot I was doing, commentary mode. I'm like, oh yeah, commentary mode. They add things in sometimes, so I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So that's interesting. What's this? Batteries. A computer? Oh, is this actually going to turn on? It'd be kind of cool if it turns on. Pork pawn, the fruits of innovation. Designer, apparently.
Thing that is great about Pork Pond, other than it is called Pork Pond, which is a wonderful thing to say. You should want to say it?
Pork pond.
Pork Pond. Pork Pond.
It's not even really a pond.
It's barely a pond.
It's like a pork puddle, really.
It's pork puddle. It may have been a pond at one point.
Pork puddle.
Later, dear player, hopefully you noticed that there is a Pork Pond sign in Delilah's lookout tower. After Delilah has told you, if you talk about Pork Pond, that people just keep stealing the sign. So
How
that's
it
why
looks
there's no
great
sign.
in like a den or
a den or
a
right in
lookout
front of
cabin,
me.
really.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that was really fun about making this game with such a small team, is that I named Pork Pond after my girlfriend's dog, Pork Belly, who I like very much. He has a Japanese chin, and he is very weird. And then I wrote the goof about the sign not being there because there wasn't a sign. And then the next thing I knew, someone said, "Oh, it should be in Delilah's lookout." I don't know if that was you, Jane, but that's the sort of thing you would do. Is you'd be like, I was playing the game, and I felt like that Pork Pond sign should be in Delilah's tower.
Like, if I were Delilah, I would have totally stolen it.
Exactly right. So then we just say yes, and we keep putting goofs into the game. So that is the Ballad of Pork Pond.
Pork Puddle Pond.
Pork Puddle Pond. I like this is our only tape together.
I know.
And it was just us saying Pork Pond about 15 or 20 times. Pork Pond.
They both said at the very end. I don't know what's the point of the TV, or not TV, computer, like 80s type computer that had the floppy disk, the floppy disk at the bottom, the power button. Like, you can't turn it on. They don't talk about it. They don't talk about the battery, imagery, stuff that's not very here. So it's strange that they just, hey, I guess this is, well, no, they use that though. I don't think they use that model or possibly that model either. So I guess this would be like, here's some models that we don't put in the game, but this is kind of in the game. Very close to the end of the game, but it's kind of interesting. But it's interesting to see. But it's like, oh, the TV didn't turn on and they showed something. I guess.
There's an old pond out here, not much more than a pile of mud. Do you have it on your map?
Yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah, where am I?
Pork Pond. There used to be a sign up for it, but, well, folks kept stealing it.
Oh, maybe it's like steal it.
Because it's called Pork Pond.
It's a good goddamn name. That sign would look great in a den, or, anywhere.
Oh, that's why you said that, because she says it. Yeah. Maybe I thought, the first time I saw it was like mud. The first time I saw it, like a mud or like oil or something the first time I saw it, but like, no, it's supposed to be water. Oh, also, I should probably mention it at some point. I finally decided to watch, able to watch, the Wall-E movie, finally was able to get around to watching it last night, or technically this morning is when I saw it. Pretty good movie. It was quite, it kind of reminds me, like, the first, like, few minutes would remind me of Fallout game. All, like, wasteland. I was like, well, yeah, this is really, kind of a heavy movie of, like, what happened and stuff. It was quite crazy and stuff. But it was pretty good. Enjoyed, most of it probably, I think. Okay, so one's over there. I guess they're both over there. I'm sorry they don't have one inside the camp. It'd be nice if they talk about the camp a little bit, but I guess they don't talk about the camp. Yes, I guess they're both over there. I just had to make sure it wasn't over here. I guess what I'm trying to do is try to finish this one. And I think when you do it, you come back this way and go a little bit towards this way. I think it goes to the next day, I think. So I don't think you even go to the... You don't even go to the... I can just skip that and just go right this way. I don't need to do that again. I don't think there's any other, like, dialogue choice. If I skip that,
I think I would have gotten strong enough to climb back up some of these drop-offs, but here I am, stuck.
Yeah, well, we've all got our limits, Henry.
Is it this way? Oh no, it's okay, I guess it's not this way. I don't think there's any, like, other options for
Great. Have a look around.
If
anyone's still there, they might be able to help.
I'm gonna sound crazy.
Maybe you just
I
ask
can
them
go up here.
to help you get inside the fence. If I didn't know it was out there, they probably don't either.
This place looks dead, but I'll see what I can find.
Because it connects to that. Okay.
You ever talked to any of the scouts?
Well, they haven't been out here in a while, and I generally don't have a lot to say to preteens.
Unless it's Brian Goodwin.
Well, if forced, I mean, I can make conversation with anyone. Plus, it was sort of fun to hear
Isn't
about
it
all of his nerdy
TV?
hobbies.
I mean, he wasn't a scout or a Weeblo or whatever?
I got the sense that boy could barely tie his shoes, let alone a clove hitch.
What the hell's a clove hitch?
Well, it's a knot that you are probably too old and too stubborn to learn. You use it to make rafts and shelters and stuff like that.
You know how to tie one?
Heck no, I'd make a Weeblo do it.
Yeah, these guys are gone. I found where they were sitting around before getting picked up.
Damn.
But there's not like even enough room to put down a helicopter to pick them up.
Hey, Dee, they left something behind. It's like a memo from their boss.
Did it say anything of note?
I guess it might be some other.
Next few days, dropping into the thoroughfare on behalf of Dr. Simmons at Wapiti Station.
Wapiti Station?
Wapiti.
Holy crap.
Keep reading.
Oh, I
No,
just
this
thought I
makes
would
no
maybe,
sense.
stop there, let the mystery percolate.
My mother always said I would need someone who'd give me a taste of my own medicine.
They're running a research site out there. He was worried about wildfires.
Someone is writing down our conversations. And now we find out there's a research site out here that we don't know about? What are they researching?
This note makes no sense because later on it's like it make it believe it's the one guy who's doing that stuff. So it's that guy in it too, but then there must be a different team that did this other thing. Because like, why would that guy be recruiting firefighters, rescue team, and like scientists to be over there? Like, well, like it makes not like that guy can even put up a fence in the forest anyway. So I feel like there must be some kind of government hand, and somehow this guy and being hidden around.
I mean, you and I aren't very interesting. Well, you're not. I'm infinitely complex.
The last time they did this one,
Why
I
record
don't know,
us?
this one or maybe this
Oh,
one.
you know, probably just
See what it-
horned toads.
Maybe Shelley was an escapee. And a Wapiti Station clipboard with our conversations on it is just, what, recreation for them?
I'm just messing around. Somebody is obviously up to something. I'm freaking out here.
At least we know there is something real happening behind that fence.
I think that we should consider that maybe this is all just a coincidence, but my gut says that there is something bad going on.
Mine too. Okay. So what's next?
I'm gonna do a scan for supplies and then figure out a way to get back over that ravine and hike towards the site.
Sounds good. Check in when you can, and keep an eye out for anyone following you.
I found an axe.
If one of the crew left it, that thing is actually called a Pulaski.
It looks like an axe to me. This thing will be a huge help.
For both getting through the backcountry and getting through that fence.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
But it makes no sense why they left the axe behind, though. It really makes no sense. Because why would Goodwill guy would be just hanging around with a bunch of scientists and like firefighters and stuff? It's so weird. What the hell? Okay, that doesn't actually turn on. Animations, the first person character.
Hi, this is Will.
And this is James again.
And if you look around, you
Ooh,
should see a
what the
TV in
hell?
front of
No
you
head.
with a pretty weird looking image on it. That is actually what Henry looks like from third person. So you're
Oh.
looking at Henry as we saw him in Unity Editor.
Yeah, Henry is very much sort of an ultimate Cronenberg nightmare. He's got sort of like, we called them the spider bones, where
So
you
not
can
the head,
stretch his
but
shoulders
He's actually third person.
really far away from his torso. Early on,
Well,
I remember
not
looking at a
Japan.
GIF with the team of like how Crysis was doing their first-person stuff, and if you looked at it, you could sort of see his spine and neck becoming this mad giraffe creature, and we took that concept and ran with it. So we ended up sort of like almost any animation in the game. If you look at it from outside of the exact angle we want you to, it would completely destroy immersion and you'd be horrified and possibly sick.
Wow. Especially if you don't have no head. Why is there a axe here though? Wax now? Oh, to show what he looks like, I guess when he picks it up. But I can't, I thought maybe I can like chop, hit the can or something, but I guess I can't hit the can. That's interesting. Oh, what about the camera? Like he holds it against his face, like it'd be if he had a face. That's kind of cool. Wow. That's why they, I'm not sure you see, I don't really see this TV anywhere else, so they made a special model TV just to show that. That's kind of cool. I don't know how long it took them to like model that and like figure out how to do that and stuff. That's one of the small games. This did something like this, and why I was explaining last time. It would be nice is like if they went back to like GTA games and added like their movie show how they did things. It'd be kind of cool. Or Assassin's Creed or any of the AAA title would be pretty cool. Skyrim, Oblivion, all the GTA games. There's a bunch like in Minecraft, maybe.
Coming up here on the end, Jacob,
Yes, Sean.
Henry and Delilah are talking, and then there's a clatter, and you realize there's just been an open third line on their conversation. And I remember coming up with this, or something like this, I think in my living room before we had an office in the summer and fall of 2013.
Yeah, the idea that you hear someone like cough over the radio seems like the sort of thing that got us really excited when we were in like day zero of talking about making Firewatch.
Yeah, we had another idea back in the lakeside of this day, the beginning of this day, where you would hear your conversation coming out of a radio nearby, but just the way our audio system worked and like the peculiarities of trying to get that to work just never really read to the player when people would play it. But we had all these moments. This is sort of like the way we think about the design of a story like this in general, for better or for worse, at least this game, where we would sit down and just pitch each other all these moments that were really disconnected once we had a conceit, like there's somebody listening to you on the radio. Like, oh, a guy punches you out. Like, oh, you hear your voice coming from a bush, which we didn't end up using.
You rip your bed apart and find a bug under the mattress.
Oh my God!
Someone was listening in your tower.
Yeah, we were gonna bug the tower.
I think we actually had a bulletin board up in the office full of tiny Post-it notes that were just cool ideas,
cool story things.
And if we could find a place for them, we'd pull them off that and put them on the linear list of like Crit Path events.
Yeah, there's things that we could just sort of like put as little like mile markers in the story, and not knowing how you would get to them. Because you'd play your own way, but if we had enough of those in the story that were surprising, then maybe you, player, would like it.
Maybe you, the player, would like it. Well, that's why I thought there would be a bug behind a piece of paper
I had a thought.
that she wanted to look at.
You heard someone in the bushes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's assume we're being tailed. Or you are. At least. Where are you right now?
Just on my way back, in and out of trees in the middle of nowhere.
Do you see anybody?
No, definitely not.
All right. So, tell me what you think of this. Did you
See,
just
I got
cough?
that as something completely different.
just
it looks like
cough?
someone's like opening a door and like a bunch of pans hit the ground and stuff.
There isn't any way someone, like another lookout, could be on this line, is there?
No. not without tapping our radios.
What about when I heard you talking to someone else?
I just left your line open. That's not what this is. Get in your tower, shut the door. Don't leave and don't use your radio. I'll call you. Understand? I will call you.
So if he doesn't do that, maybe good place to be done, I guess.
Thoroughfare Tower, this is Two Forks calling you for the, 50th time today. The June fire continues to move in a southerly fashion. Delilah, for fuck's sake, answer your radio.
Hello, sunshine.
I
Sorry,
wonder what
I went
happens
out
if
for
I
a
leave
little bit.
his
What can I
ring.
do you
Because
for?
he takes off his ring. I wonder if I leave that behind.
Are you kidding right now? Did you not stay up all night knowing that someone is...
I actually slept just great.
Okay.
By the way, I
There's more
was wondering
stuff.
if your Flora of the Shoshone info poster was still up inside your tower?
What?
It's just protocol that those stay up. You know, info about your tower, the surrounding tree species, etc.
All right.
Just, you know, have a look at it. Make sure it's in ship shape.
Okay, yeah, it's up. Why are you acting like this?
Great. Just wonderful. Do you see the tree in the top row, second from the left?
Let me look at it and I'll tell you.
No. You don't need to tell me. Just, internalize it. It's a great tree. And there's an area called, that tree's name in your sector that maybe you should take a midday hike to. Maybe.
I thought it was this one, but I went there and nothing happened, so I'm a bit confused what she was talking about. Maybe she's meant this tree, but even that tree doesn't say the one thing on the map. Bugaboo or whatever it's called. Bugaboo. Sure, call it a bugaboo, whatever.
Which tree am I supposed to internalize again?
Top row, second from the left. Head to a place
Second
named
to the
after that
left.
tree, and you'll have a wonderful afternoon.
I still don't know. Oh, because I'm not going
yeah,
to.
okay.
Oh,
Maybe
because I
I
gotta go
should
to
go
the.
for a hike.
Okay, never mind.
Nothing like an afternoon in the Rockies, I tell ya. Radio me the moment you get there.
Again, I feel like it'd be very suspicious if they're like outside. It seems they're clearly talking way different, and like something's up. What if I just leave the ring behind? What will happen? Okay, so I'm in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's one over there now. Oh, there is one over there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, can I get away from the sunlight? 9. So quite a bit. Not bad. Quite a bit. That's good. More commentary stuff for probably next time. I hope fishing pole is gone. I guess you can't keep the fishing pole. I guess not everything you can keep. That's too bad. How long's it been? 108 minutes? Yeah, 8 minutes is probably fine. It's at least an hour and a half like I wanted it to be. I'll take a break for a few hours. I'll try to come back later, more later tonight, to do one more time, and then probably go back to YouTube, I guess. Thank you for anyone that might should have watched live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Same for anyone that might watch this on YouTube. Hope you guys also enjoyed it. This was, I believe, part 8. Part 8 of Overwatch. Firewatch, my bad, not Overwatch. Overwatch is a completely different game that I probably would never play because I think that's a multiplayer game. Yeah, this is Firewatch. This is part 8 of Firewatch and part 3 of doing the commentary. I don't know if I'd be able to finish the game next time because I still this day 77 and then I think 78 and then 79 I think. It will take me a little longer to do because I'm listening to all the commentary because that's what I'm doing it to listen to the commentary, and I need to remember since I have the axe now I need to try to figure out where that place is at. Go to the tree while I knock down that tree and see if it's over there. If it's not over there, then I gotta look it up because the video I saw about it gave me no directions on the map. I'm not sure why you didn't take out the map. Like all you had to do was take out the map and show you where it's at, but for some reason the person didn't do that. So I needed to look it up on Google because I did it on YouTube and I was hoping the person to show it, but he didn't. So I guess now I gotta do it on Google and see images on the map, I guess, to see where it's at. If it's not in that certain location where I think it's at, because there's a tree to knock down, and I don't know why there would be a tree there. If there's nothing over there, why it'd be a tree? So it's gotta be over there probably. So that's my guess. But yeah, I'll be doing a YouTube stream after this, hopefully depends. They're not going to unplug the Wi-Fi. I would imagine they won't be doing that. I can't imagine they would be, but hopefully they won't be doing that so I can do some YouTube streaming for a few hours. Let's see, it's 4:30 right now. So maybe, let's see, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9, maybe around 9:30 to maybe 10-ish. Yeah, 9:30 to 10-ish at night is probably when I come back. So probably in like 4 to 5 hours, I'll probably come back to Xbox to do my final stream for a few days, probably, because there's no way I'd be able to play again after that, probably, because I like to put it in the box and let them have that ready and stuff. But yeah, I'll catch all you guys later, and I'll catch you guys next time. If you guys don't care about the YouTube stream, that's always fine. I got a fart. Oh. Whew. And I'll catch you guys later, and I'll catch you guys next time. Catch all you guys later on a Xbox stream. Catch all you guys next time on Firewatch.